So Georgia just passed a law that goes in effect October 22nd, 2025 at midnight. And with this new child support law, if you are receiving child support and you, one, do not have your own place, meaning if you are not the head of household or the primary residence at that address, you are no longer required by Georgia to receive child support payments through the child support division. If you are a recipient of child support and you have moved more than 2 to 3 times within 1 calendar year, the state of Georgia is deeming you unfit and unstable. If you are paying child support to a person who does not live, well, is not the primary residence at that address, if they are receiving child support payment and they are bouncing around from place to place, you are required now by the state of Georgia to report that to child support. Child support report that to DFACS. DFACS automatically open up a 30-day case. And if the person that is receiving child support has no adequate place to stay, meaning not with your mama, not with your daddy, not with your auntie, uncle, grandma, meaning if you are not basically a responsible adult, and if you are not fit, you are not deemed to receive child support, that's when DFACS step in. And if they feel or they deem you are unfit, your children can be taken out of their home. And if the person paying can show that they have adequate housing, stability, they are more likely to get the kids. This go in effect October 22nd, 2025. This is a real law. This is a real bill that has been passed. I'm posting everything pertaining to this whole new law all on my TikTok. So if you need or want to know more, tap in with me. Like I said, this is for Georgia and Georgia only. I don't know about any other state, but in Georgia, if you're receiving child support and you are not the primary residence, if you are receiving food stamps is going to bring your child support payment down. The new laws is coming, and fellas, go file for shared custody. And another thing about this new law that's going in effect in October, okay, when it comes to the mental health of these kids, see, a lot of y'all got these kids for the wrong reason. Y'all be exposing these kids to all type of danger, risk, and stuff that's just not good for their mental health. With this new law, when it comes to the mental health of kids, it ain't just about the school. If you put your kids in bad environments, I mean, it can be an abusive relationship with a boyfriend, family members. If it's you out here partaking in drama, anything, the first report that they get about a child being exposed to any type of danger that's going to affect their mental health, DFACS stepping in off the rip. And guess what? If your child tells DFACS that my mommy has a boyfriend that talks to her wrong, that talks to me wrong, or talks to my siblings wrong, if they are emotionally abusing, listen to me, emotionally abusing these kids verbally, you subject to have your kids taken. And I'm going to tell y'all something, with this new law, with the stipulations behind this mental health, they are not playing when it comes to the mental health of these kids. You have a lot of kids that's mind fucked up because they experiencing one thing at the house with mama, they being told something else, and then they have to go out here into this world and put on, and that's fucking up a lot of these kids' mind. And it's specifically when it comes to the paternal father. You see what I mean? Kids are being poisoned with a lot of lies and deception because they are under the care of mother 24/7. And it ain't because the daddy don't want to be there. You got to understand how the old laws have made it easy for women to basically isolate the man out of the picture and call him the bad guy. Not anymore. So if that child, if that parent, if a family member, if a school official feels like or got any proof that there's been any type of verbal abuse, whether it's from the mama, the step parent, the grandma, anybody, and it's affecting that child's mental health, the custodial parent, the primary parent, is by law fully responsible, and they are subject to consequences under the Georgia state law. So for you who don't understand that, get in the comments and I reiterate it for you. But emotional, verbal abuse is no longer tolerated in the state of Georgia when it comes to these kids.
Hello, Georgia. Great news. The state has just passed a law called the Parent Accountability Act, which, for those of you that don't understand that, let me give you a quick rundown. When your heathens start fights, jump people, they post content on the internet that is threatening to another child, it's all going to come back on you. The state's going to go after you now because they obviously know that you have not raised your children right. I have nothing but 2 thumbs up for the state of Georgia for doing this. And I'm sure there's a few of you out there that I know very well that are probably going to suffer. And I think you should. So, good job, Georgia. Stepping it up. Thank you and have a good night.